In this session, we are going to study about photophosphorylation. So let us begin. First of all, let us understand what is phosphorylation. So phosphorylation means formation of ATP inside the cells, especially in chloroplast and mitochondria. So phosphorylation is the formation of ATP. Now ATP is a high energy molecule which is stored inside the cell in the form of energy bonds, and whenever the cells require energy, then this ATP is broken down and energy is released. So the formation of ATP inside the cells, especially in mitochondria and chloroplast, is called phosphorylation. Now when this process of ATP formation occurs in the presence of light, then it is called photophosphorylation. So we know that photo means light. So when this formation of ATP occurs in the presence of light, then it is called photophosphorylation. Now a simple chemical reaction for phosphorylation or photophosphorylation is ADP or adenosine diphosphate combines with inorganic phosphate and forms ATP. Alright, so this is phosphorylation. When it occurs in presence of light, it is called photophosphorylation. Now photophosphorylation is of two types, cyclic and non-cyclic. Cyclic and non-cyclic photophosphorylation. So let us understand what is a non-cyclic and what is cyclic photophosphorylation. So in non-cyclic photophosphorylation, we are talking about the formation of ATP in the light reaction of photosynthesis, right? So when we talk about the non-cyclic photophosphorylation, then both the photosystems, photosystem 2 and photosystem 1, will be involved in non-cyclic, and it will occur in the membranes of the thylakoid membrane. We know that the thylakoid membrane has both photosystem 1 and photosystem 2. Now what happens in the non-cyclic photophosphorylation is very similar to what we studied in the electron transport system. So it starts with photosystem 2. Again there will be a light harvesting complex. From here the electrons will be excited and go towards the higher state where an electron acceptor will accept them. Then the electron will travel through the Z scheme through the electron transport system, and it will reach the photosystem 2, right? Sorry, photosystem 1. And this way, and then in the photosystem 1, when it goes downhill, then because of the presence of an enzyme which is NADP reductase, the NADP plus gets reduced to NADPH. Right, this is what we learned in the electron transport system. So here in this process, while the electrons were flowing through the electron transport chain, one ATP is also produced here. So phosphorylation occurred while the electrons were flowing. Alright, ADP plus inorganic phosphate. So here we can see that this is also a photophosphorylation because it is occurring during the light reaction in the photosystem 1 and photosystem 2 in the presence of light, and ATP is being produced. So photophosphorylation is taking place, but it is non-cyclic. Non-cyclic means this flow of electrons is not cyclic, right? This flow of electron, it ends when there is a formation of NADPH here. And in the non-cyclic photophosphorylation, ATP is produced along with NADPH is also produced, and it occurs in the thylakoid membrane. So there is no cyclic flow of electron here, hence it is called non-cyclic photophosphorylation. Now let us look into the cyclic phosphorylation, cyclic photophosphorylation. So in the case of cyclic photophosphorylation, only PS1 will be involved. Cyclic photophosphorylation. This occurs when only PS1 is functional, photosystem 1 is functional, or when only the light of wavelength beyond 680 is available, 680 nanometer is available. So we know that the reaction center of PS1 is activated by a light of 700 nanometers wavelength, right? So whenever there's a light of wavelength beyond 680 nanometer is available, then only the cyclic photophosphorylation will occur and only photosystem 1 will be involved in it. Alright, or suppose in case only photosystem 1 is functional, photosystem 2 is not working, in that case also cyclic photophosphorylation occur. So what happens here, we only have to draw the photosystem 1 and its light harvesting complex 700 nanometer. Here's the incident light. Electrons will get excited and move towards the higher orbitals. There will be an electron acceptor. Now, one thing, important thing to remember is that the cyclic photophosphorylation occurs in the stromal lamellae. Alright, so it occurs in the stromal lamellae. So what happens in the stromal lamellae? There is no photosystem 2, nor is there NADP reductase enzyme. So because of the absence of photosystem 2 and NADP reductase enzyme, what happens to these electrons? These electrons pass to these electrons travel towards the electron transport chain and then back to the light harvesting complex. So here you can see there is a cyclic flow of electrons in the photosystem via the electron transport system. So the electrons which are getting excited from the light harvesting complex are going upwards towards the electron acceptor, then from there they are going towards the electron transport system and again back to the LHC. So it forms a cycle. So there is a cyclic flow of electrons, and during this cyclic flow of electrons near the electron transport chain there is a formation of ATP. Here ATP will be formed from ADP and phosphate. Alright, so ATP is getting formed here, so it is phosphorylation. It is occurring in the presence of light, so it is photophosphorylation. And because this process is occurring because of the cyclic flow of electrons, it is called cyclic photophosphorylation. Now important points to remember is that are that cyclic photophosphorylation occurs in the stromal lamellae. Stromal lamellae does not have photosystem 2, and NADP reductase enzyme is also absent. Therefore the electrons which reach the electron acceptor uphill, they are not utilized for the reduction of NADP. Alright, because there is no NADP reductase enzyme here, so these electrons are rather passed on to the electron transport chain, and when they pass through the electron transport chain, then ATP is produced, and then from electron transport system they reach the light harvesting complex back again. So in this way the electrons flow cyclically, and in this way, because of the cyclic flow of electrons, the cyclic photophosphorylation occurs.